Halo Infinite Season 5 has been out for about a week, and while it is incredible, the best season so far, easily, what are the features that are still missing? What are the things that need to be fixed? Let's talk about it and just drive right in. Desync, SBMM, and custom game browser, the three main things that come up when I'm streaming or when I'm looking in the comments or getting feedback from my friends. These are easily the main topics of conversation. For a second though, I want to appreciate just how good Season 5 is. The new leadership, they're killing it. From a content perspective, easily the best season we've had just yet. I'm having a ton of fun. Literally every day, hopping on, playing. Friends who haven't touched the game in months or even like over a year are coming back and trying it again. But on the front of desync, let's just start there. Can this be fixed during Halo Infinite? I don't know. If you've ever seen the one frame in Halo Infinite GDC talk, they really go into how the engine processes a single frame within the game. And it really leads me to believe that unless we are going to get like the UE5 Halo update or whatever it is, that this is going to be a major difficulty to solve. It'll be extremely difficult within Infinite to fix this desync problem. All that aside, it needs to be addressed, or at least it needs to be spoken about. We haven't had vocal communication on the networking or the desync front in a very long time. Playing with the Bandit Evo over in ranked, I'll tell you what, maybe it's subconscious, but I feel like I'm noticing getting shot behind walls a whole lot more, where you know you're quite a ways back into cover and then you still see your shield bar tick down one, maybe even two times from shots that you got hit long after you had escaped that sight line. It is one of these things where the integrity of the game is so critical when you're playing a PvP experience. If you doubt that integrity, you really don't feel the interest as a player to continue rocking forward, continue grinding and playing onward if you feel like the odds are not fair or that the environment isn't giving you a match that is optimal for you. Obviously, networking is challenging. This is crazy technical. I have no solution. But I really think it's time to get some communication on this front because the community, you look online in the comments, you're going to see tons of comments still about networking and desync. Skill-based matchmaking, same thing. It is sweaty in Halo Infinite. There's no doubt about that. I personally don't think it's too crazy compared to some of the other mainline AAA FPS games out there, but that doesn't mean I don't miss the way that it used to be. I try not to wade into the SBMM debates anymore, and I'll just leave it up to you all to share your thoughts about it in the comments below. Because at the same time, I want new players to come in, experience the game, have a good time. But also, I think it is kind of crazy in some of the social modes, just how darn sweaty it can be. Like Husky Raid, for an example. It could be really insane. But again, I'm not wading in on this one. I'm just saying that SBMM does come up a bunch in the comments. So if you have a solution for this, maybe go into a little more detail than just loosen it or tighten it. Let us know the exact idea that you have in breaking it down. Like Halo 3 in my mind was like a high watermark for how to do it correctly. The social hoppers felt social. The ranked hoppers felt like ranked. And I think that was a great distinction. I don't think the needle needs to be moved in a crazy direction, just loosened up a small bit. Turn the dial back just a nod. And these featured playlists like the 24/7 stuff, they're always crazy tight with the SBMM. Custom game browser. This one's probably pretty easy. If you've spent any amount of time in there, you know it's unstable and it can be really challenging to get into different CGB matches. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and when it doesn't, oftentimes you have to restart your client or leave a party or get stuck in a loop in order for things to just sort of equalize out. And it's a bummer because now this season you can earn XP in customs. It's a big deal in Halo. And to have the CGB really dropping the ball in terms of the stability, well, it's time for some public communication, at least from the team, about this. They probably experience the same things that we do. I can't imagine they have a 100% success rate joining matches in the custom game browser. So would love to hear an update about this, some rough timelines of when they aim to tackle this issue and when it can be fixed. Outside of that, I think Halo Infinite Season 5 has done fairly great job. Bring on Firefight King of the Hill, bring on Halo 3 Refueled, and start surfacing more of the great Forge content in matchmaking. I really feel like Halo is quite a ways back on track. Now, in contrast with the Bungie era stuff, you've got to remember when I say back on track, everything is definitely taken in the context of where we're at right now versus where we were at when Halo Infinite launched not that long ago. Isn't it crazy? We're coming up on 2 years. I'm very hopeful that this next year for the game and these next seasons of updates will continue to move the needle in the right direction. But yeah, it's definitely time. Fix networking if at all possible, and if not, just communicate with the scene about it. I know they always can't let us in behind the curtain for all of these things, but we will absolutely respect the fact that it's complicated and challenging, but we want to know as a community that it is something that the team is actively working on and aware of. But yeah, Season 5 is sick. Let me know what you're thinking about all this down in the comments below. Thanks for watching and the support on the videos as of late, and we will see you again in the next one.